There's a ton of rulings too that like the
Fuck's
Supreme
sake,
Court.
Tim.
What?
I just
Everybody
said
hush.
everybody hush. We're going live.
I didn't hear that part. Sorry. I tuned it out.
Fuck it. No, I'm done. Intro over.
Yay! Hi, welcome to
Hey.
Big Brother Center, the disc golf podcast.
Disc golf.
How
So
are you guys shooting?
Excellent.
I mean, it's in the context of disc golf, so you can say shooting,
I'm throwing. How's your
throwing.
That's right.
Can we offer you guys a new? How about chucking?
Chucking?
I went
Hurling?
I went on.
I chucked -2.
I chucked. Yeah, I chucked -2.
Yeah.
Chucking out of my mind.
I threw a -2.
That
you
just
could say
sounds.
that.
Sounds like it. Like that's the lumbar number that you
But-
hurt. My -2 lumbar out of place.
Yeah. We're not on Twitch, by the way.
No, we're not. Fuck Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, you lost.
Yeah, you're lost.
Mwah,
You
mwah.
dirty, you
Fuck 'em.
dirty fucks.
Stuck on a Twitch.
So,
Stuck on my Clarence Thomas.
Ollie, how's
There you
Canadian
go.
politics going?
I don't know. I haven't paid any attention to Canadian politics in a very long time. It's just not nearly as entertaining as your
how's
guys'
Trudeau?
politics.
How's he doing?
He's not very well liked anymore.
But
I mean, Ever
Is-
since the divorce and stuff like that, I mean, it hasn't been going great for him.
I figured that would. I
Ooh.
figured that would help his numbers,
Saucy.
especially with the independent single.
Um,
I'll vote for Trudeau.
yeah.
Right
Hey.
into my sheets.
So Trudeau's like your president, right?
PM in
Prime
the
Minister?
streets.
Prime
Freak
Minister.
in the streets.
He likes to put on blackface every once in a while.
I don't think so.
That was
There's
a long
pictures.
time ago.
A long time ago there was some picture or something like that. Yeah, but I wouldn't
And
say
to be
that he
fair-
still does it
and
the
to
way
be-
you said it.
And to be fair, it wasn't blackface; it was brownface, which makes it slightly better as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Well, you know, like we have presidents, right? We have, our executive
Yep.
branch is not prime minister, it's president. And you know how the Constitution is supposed to apply to everyone and like the laws are supposed to apply to everyone?
That's the way I understood it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, guess what? None of that matters anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
None of that fucking, the Supreme Court said none of that shit matters. They said, hey, if you want to be president, you can go do crimes. And then no one can touch you. It doesn't matter.
Do whatever you want. Literally.
That's right.
Whatever you want. Anything you can think
Any
Hey.
crimes,
Anything.
including trying to overthrow your own government.
Yeah.
of.
That's what they're saying.
I would just like to point out, Tim, that if someone can't attempt to overthrow the government and then be pardoned by the Supreme Court, essentially, for said behavior, if you can't do that, why would I even run for president?
That's right. Yeah.
What is the
Ooh.
friggin' point if I can't make myself the Emperor God King and then I get, stopped? What is this?
Right? Right?
Oh, right there, Paul Atreides.
I mean, I'm sure
Exactly.
the same rules apply in Canada. The Trudeau gets to do whatever he wants for as long as he's president, and then he never gets convicted for the crimes that he committed.
I don't
right?
think so. No.
Right?
If he did a crime, he would be promptly removed from office and sent to jail. He would no longer be qualified.
Oh, wait. So-
I'm sorry. What
so
are you
you're-
talking about?
so if-
what
if
happened
Tru-
here? No.
If Trudeau incited, let's say, an insurrection against the Canadian Parliament, right? That you guys have a parliament, and they tried to throw him out of office, but it didn't work.
What?
Well, first of all, if he tried to do an insurrection,
Look at the cartwheels you're having to do.
if he tried to do an insurrection, first of all,
This is so mad. Like,
First of all, okay. First of all, if he tried to do an insurrection, he would be laughed at. Nobody would go there and do it.
All right.
All right, that's
Let's
one.
They
say
just whoop
Two.
his ass.
Okay, let's
Hey,
say
why don't you get down there,
okay,
eh?
then they tried to remove him from office for doing it, and he said, "No, I'm not going." No, that's when the RCMP comes in and goose steps him the fuck out of the building into jail. All right?
let's say him and the Queen of Canada get together and they start an insurrection
Together.
together.
As husband and wife.
And all of their followers storm
Yeah.
your Canadian legislative parliament building,
Which is
And-
in
and they-
Iowa,
and they
Jail.
beat up a bunch of Mounties, and
which is Brendan Fraser does not deserve that. He's had a rough life. Don't
And-
beat up Brendan Fraser just because you want to overthrow Canada. I've always said it.
and they
Oh, shit.
try to like capture and kill a bunch of your MPs. Like, wouldn't
You have no idea how impossible the circumstance that you're stating is. You really
no.
don't.
Oh really? Oh really?
Because it happened in your country. I understand.
We thought
You're
that
posing it to
too.
me, but we're not anywhere near anything like that. The whole country would have to change so dramatically.
We thought
And yeah,
that
in
too,
4
Ollie.
years. In 4 years.
No, in 4 years, no, it can't happen. Not here, not in 4 years. Maybe in 30 or 40 years. Like if the movement started now, 40 years from now, then it could be trying to get into power or something like that. Like, and that honestly, when did it start in your country?
8 years
2016.
ago.
No,
Yeah.
go back further.
No.
Okay. If you want to talk
Right.
about when it really started, 2010.
What? No, go back further. Fucking Reaganomics, all that bullshit started bringing in all this shit, dude.
Yeah, but Reagan wasn't a fascist.
No, but he opened the door for them to be coming in.
Nah.
did.
Nah.
He went from that. Where did they go from him to older Bush, right? And that's where it was.
Yeah,
it was
but
then.
but Bush was like a classic conservative. He wasn't like a neocon or anything. He only got one term because nobody liked him.
Yes,
Like,
but he was okay. Yeah, I'm all right with racism. You know, shit like that, man.
I mean,
He
come
was
on,
all right with that
it was
shit,
the
and that's
90s.
leading
We were
into
all doing
everything
it.
else.
It was the 90s. We were all doing it,
Oh, come
except
on
for
now.
Mikey.
I'm sorry, man, but you can
Just
go back
unupset
way
back in
further.
the
It's
city.
that the groundwork that needed to be set up was set up 30, 40 years ago, and it's just been slowly building. Like how I know Trump put 3 people. Is it 3? Yeah, on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
But they already had half, right, or
They had
more.
4. They had
Right?
less than half. They had less
Did
than
they?
half. Yeah.
But
So,
they
Here's
blocked your guys from getting more, and then got them, right?
yes. Yeah. No. That
Good
So-
old Mitch McConnell.
I
good
mean,
old Mitch.
think about that. That's fascism. The way they did that was not democratic.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The American system was never democratic.
No, fuck, no.
At the best, America was a republic, which is not like a full democracy,
Federalist.
a federalist
Kinda.
republic. So
Yep.
like,
With
kinda
power not
fucky.
being split up by population, it doesn't make sense.
right, kind of fucky. I would say the big turning point was 2010 because you had 2 things that happened.
The
You had-
Matrix #2.
The Matrix #2 and I'm sure an Iron Man movie. So I think Iron Man 2, which was not the best one.
Okay.
Citizens United.
Yep.
The Citizens United ruling corporations are people and money is speech.
Funniest of those people be able to speak with
And-
their
Welcome
knowledge,
to the news hour.
And the formation of the Tea Party.
which was a direct response to Black President.
Yes.
They had to unblack this place.
So
Yeah.
Ali is right about like the slow progression of American conservatism, but 2010, that shit got like
Oh, that's
a
when it started to
jet
get
fuel.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was accelerated.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I mean, without the work that was done 40 years ago, it wouldn't have taken fire then. Right?
mhm.
That's all I'm saying. So, but
And Ben's right in the comments about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She should have retired.
100%.
yeah.
That's the fucking problem. Is people like deify politicians or judges and all this shit as if they're their little fucking gods. They put them on these pedestals and they stop treating them like public servants and they start little fucking deities. And then every night they do a couple of crosses and then light a candle for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's like, stop fucking, like you don't do that for the fucking mailman. Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't do that for the garbage guy. You don't do that for the traffic cop. So what the fuck are you guys doing, bowing and like worshiping? Fucking, they are people. Yep. They are infallible, and most of the time they're wrong. We're all wrong all the time.
We are.
It happens.
So it's and about your Supreme Court and being a permanent fucking position. What the fuck kind of rule is that, and how do you change that rule? Because they should.
You need a constitutional amendment. You need a constitutional amendment.
We need to have a constitutional convention.
Hey, they're only like 2 or 3 states away from having that.
I'm just
but
saying,
not for the reasons that you want to have it, for the reasons they want to have it.
I'm totally good with us having like a parliamentary for fucking 5 years while we write our new one. Figure out something else, and you need to rewrite this bad boy because the Supreme Court is completely out of fucking control.
It is.
The fact that
really
fucking Clarence Thomas has been busted so many times with all this fucking
like how many times
inappropriate levels of compensation from people, completely inappropriate.
Yeah. He is so obviously in money's pocket. You know what I'm saying?
And it's also telling that the Supreme Court is the only court in America that doesn't have an ethics code. That it's not in the Constitution, so it doesn't apply to them.
And it almost feels
so
as if
weird.
It almost feels like it was left out on.
I mean, it could have been in the beginning. The Supreme Court was not the branch of government that people thought was powerful. Like it was the least powerful branch of government. It has the least amount of writing about it in the Constitution because the framers didn't think of it as very important. They were just supposed to be the highest court in the land. That's it. They were supposed to settle cases. And then at some point after the Civil War, the Supreme Court got a shit ton of power. And they've just expanded and expanded and expanded that power.
And it's because of the way the laws were written that they were able to just go, hey, we can do this. Did you know that? Hey, we can do this too.
Well, they kind of
getting it.
They kind of made up their own rules. So at some point, a Chief Justice said, and I forget which justice this was, but he said that the Supreme Court should have the ability to decide what is and isn't constitutional. That's not written in the Constitution for them. That's a ability they made up for themselves, like it's fucking D&D. And
house rule.
Yeah, it's a house rule, which it literally, they said that judicial review is something they should be able to do, and this is what judicial review is. It's deciding what is and isn't constitutional. And that is the changing point for the Supreme Court. That's when they went from nobody wants to be a Supreme Court justice to lifetime appointment. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Houses, college. That is not a. You know, Tim, I see that food truck is a little repairs. $100,000. Just go ahead and fix that up. Just because we're buds, don't worry about paying me back.
Yeah.
We're just good, man. So then I'm like, hey Tim, I need a favor. No, Tim's not gonna just like jump up at the drop of a hat because I might have another $100,000 in my pocket that I want to.
Yeah.
Like that's
exactly what's wrong.
Dude. That's bribery. How are you so fucking knowledgeable about the fucking intricacies of the Constitution? You can fucking see that 1 + 1 is fucking bribery. You're being bribed.
Oh, they know it. They're just not admitting it.
I think that these billionaires like to hang out with your black crusty ass
No,
just because you're a conversationalist? Gives a
that's why
fuck
they
about
buy
you.
him the fucking Winnebago, dude, so
And
that he can
fucking
go on his
put it-
own fucking
put
trip
it-
by himself.
Yeah, put his ass on the fucking road. Get out of here, Clarence. Clarence tried to come with us. Oof.
I so wish he would have accepted fucking the John Oliver deal.
Right?
That was such a week. Oh, we'll give you a new bus. We'll give you $1 million a year, a whole bunch of stuff,
Do
right?
whatever you
For-
want, man.
Yeah,
Outta here.
it was basically guaranteed freedom for the rest of his life because $1 million a year is as much or more as what he's making off of all the bribes he's getting.
He's getting way more
Right?
than that.
Well, maybe, yeah, probably,
Way more.
but still, it was for life. It was literally for life
And
until either him or John Oliver died. That was the deal.
the funny thing, from I think both sides, like, kind of worried about, poor people voting themselves the coffers, right? They're afraid that lazy people are going to abuse the government so that they get too much money. Pot, meat, kettle.
Yeah,
Like these motherfuckers are constantly voting themselves raises. They all make six figures now. And they're all millionaires already because they had to be millionaires to afford to finance their own campaign. So it's just like this double slap in the face of, well, only we had money to help poor people. Motherfucker, you individually could help poor people with your rich
Dude.
ass.
don't give yourself that raise, and that's like 1,000 people getting an extra $5,000 a year. What the fuck you doing? Well, maybe not that much, but you know what I mean.
Ben says Congress lets Clarence Thomas get away with it because they all do the same thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
and if you guys are wondering why your housing policy never showed up, where they're gonna rein in these fucking landlords and rein in these companies buying up all the single family homes in an entire neighborhood with money borrowed from the same bank that your direct deposit goes to every day, thanks to the tax cuts due to fucking Donald Trump. Like, this shit has all been at your expense. All of it. All of this nightmare that we've been going through since COVID has been at your expense, and only because it made more people money. It has nothing to do with trading, shipping, nothing to do. None of that happened. We were told it, but none of it actually happened.
It's true.
They just literally took the money that they got from the government and then raised all their prices on us, saying they were hurting so bad, and then they left the prices right where they were. Remember when all the restaurants needed us to keep them open on fucking during COVID and Uber Eats, and man, we used to order out food all the time, and we would tip heavy,
Yeah.
because it's like a lot of people lost their jobs because they got closed down for COVID, and then they were doing this as their side hustle, and they got kids to feed. I get that now,
Now I'm being forced to go back to work instead of being able to work from my home.
Well,
They're upping us to 3 days a week in September. It's like they don't even have parking for us.
let me finish the Uber thing. I'll let you go. But we kept all those restaurants open throughout COVID, and we kept having to make sure that everybody could eat, but everybody could survive through this. The Uber drivers tried to fucking unionize, and they shut the whole fucking operation down. They added triple the fees on everything. It's like they felt like the regulatory noose getting a little too close to their neck, and they said, fuck it. Grab all the cash you can. Because they're going to change the rules, so just grab all of it right now. Empty the safe.
Yep.
That's what you guys have all been feeling as inflation.
True.
Whilst the blue and the red sat back and also profited from our collective suffering since all of it. Or Ali, I think
Ali.
Well, my rant was short. It's like, what the hell's going on? Businesses in one particular city in one province in Canada are making demands and forcing workers all across the country to basically increase our expenses per year, because now we're being forced to drive to work, drive home from work. I'm going to be forced to rent a parking spot someplace at work. Right, someplace close to work. I'm going to have to make a deal with somebody. That's the only way I'm going to get a place to park, because there is no parking for the amount. Like, there's going to be 2,200 people working in that building, and we have less than 500 parking spots.
doesn't even make.
And we could all work from home way more comfortably and easily. We've proved that we're actually better working from home. We do the job more efficiently,
I got this
right?
I got this building, Ollie. I already paid for it.
The building
So
has people in it. The building's at capacity for the parking spots and stuff like that every day, just with the people that need to be in training and stuff like that, the people that have to be in the office to do work
I don't,
because they're working in the IT section and stuff like that.
well,
The
I
building's already
well, Ollie, I gotta thin the herd. So if I force everybody to come in, and if somebody can't, fucking fire. Well, I needed you to come in, and you couldn't do it, so I guess we'll have to go. Oh, we let 300 people go off of that. Okay, you guys can go back to working from home.
I think I could just keep working from home and they wouldn't fire me, but they would just be constantly hassling me,
What if we sent
right?
a doppelganger?
A cyborg Ollie.
Doppelganger.
Yeah, cyborg Ollie.
I wish I could send a clone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always thought about that, but then I'm like, man, I bet that clone would be trying to make me do it. Like clone knows.
Simulacrum. That's the spell.
God.
Simulacrum.
Damn it, clone, you do it.
All right, so
What's the little one? The homunculi. The fucking little one. Send that instead. An office full of homunculi.
so we have become incredibly off topic.
Yep.
Roll the clip.
Roll that
Or
bean footage.
In one of its most anticipated rulings of the year, the Supreme Court declared that former President Donald Trump is immune from criminal prosecution for any so-called official act taken as president.
Golly, what's an official act?
Hard to say. Things like making laws and making decisions and telling people to do stuff.
No, I'm pretty
I
sure
guess,
that's
I don't know.
exactly what the Supreme Court said. They're like, hey, our official act is hard to say. Why doesn't someone else figure it out?
Yep.
But not unofficial ones taken as a candidate. The 6-3 ruling was split along ideological lines, and it will most likely delay Trump's federal election subversion trial until after the November election.
Convenient.
The former president today cheered the ruling, calling it, quote, a big win for our Constitution and democracy.
Like, it's so wrong for him to, Like,
Yeah,
he doesn't get to say that. You're literally subverting the Constitution.
And then he says after that, proud to be an American. Boy, yeah, that's how we all should
Dude.
feel.
Hitler said shit like that.
To discuss this historic
This guy's-
ruling and how it reshapes presidential power, I'm joined now by NewsHour Supreme Court analyst Marcia Coyle.
Yeah. Are we listening to her?
No, I just wanted there we
The
go.
ruling.
And he is entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for his
What does that
official
even mean?
acts.
Well, it would mean that he could sign off on things like the Obama sending the guys in to get bin Laden. Right? That's
Right.
signing off on murder.
Right.
Right?
Right, but
if he could sign off on the war, those are official acts that it's basically I'm ordering people to their deaths or to kill people. Right?
Well, it's-
Stuff like that.
And he will not be charged with murder for that. Ordering
Yeah.
troops to do.
Yeah.
and
That makes sense. But if they word it too vaguely, what else can be included in that? Does inciting the general public to go and storm a government building fall under that? I would hope not.
well, Supreme Justice Sonia Sotomayor put in her dissenting opinion that all the various things, like what is it, order Navy SEAL Team SEAL 6 to assassinate a political rival, immune. Organize a military.
I thought you were going to read the thing on the screen. You want me to read it?
I am reading on the screen.
Oh, I started at the other part. My bad. Sorry.
She says organize a military coup to hold on to power. Immune. Takes bribe in exchange for a pardon. Immune. So like is
How?
because they're official acts. and he has presumed immunity.
They're personal gain acts. What the?
Yeah,
Much
but
for
they're
the
official.
emoluments clause.
Him using SEAL Team 6 is official. Him organizing a military coup is official because he's cheap.
Biden right now has to black bag
That's
him.
what I've been
Right as soon as that's going, black bag him and see what the Supreme Court says. Oh, you're charging me with murder now? Now I'll produce him because I didn't kill him.
Don't say.
But
stuff
I'm
like
showing
that on,
you what
Don't
you
say
just
stuff
did.
like that on the internet.
Yeah.
The government's already
But-
onto me.
Fuck.
But I'm just saying, Gitmo is a great place this time of year.
Well, I'm sure there's some like black site somewhere they could put him where
I'm just
no
saying,
one would
there's,
ever.
there's a burlap sack with his
Yeah.
name on it. And you just scoop his ass
Yeah.
up and fucking like that's
Take
what
him away.
that's what they said, right? I'm just saying.
We-
But here's the real enraging part. Knowing this, the Democrats are going to sit there and piss their pants and wring their hands and do nothing with this information.
Yep.
I mean, that's what
use-
the Democratic Party is best at.
Use the
Exactly.
one ring to conquer and defeat Sauron. That's what we must do.
All right then.
Have to
Yeah,
use
no.
the one ring.
The Democrats aren't going to do it because they're not good at it. Like
Is there anybody that can say no? This is bullshit.
neither one of these parties is very good at governing
No.
or doing anything.
Jordan Head in the chat says Gitmo inmates suddenly be like, why does this place suddenly smell like shit?
And why do we always get McDonald's delivered now?
Right.
It's the old Lewis Black joke is the only difference between a Democrat and a Republican is Democrats blow and Republicans suck. That's it, man. It's they're
You
two
love
sides of the
Louis
same
Black,
coin.
don't you? Love
I
Louis
do.
Black.
I do. But I mean, it's true. Like, which party has been good at governing?
Neither
Because-
one of them has been in our lifetime. I can just like
Yeah.
from the bottom of my heart, every president that I can remember has been a letdown in some way. Like they have
Right.
done the bare fucking minimum for people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And have exploited younger people to do the bidding of older people.
The only
Every
thing that the Republicans are, the conservatives, not even the Republicans. Republicans is just the name. Conservatives. The only thing they've been good at is taking and holding on to and consolidating power.
Yeah.
The Democrats are
Blowing stuff
not.
up.
The Democrats are not good at that. They're just
No.
terrible at it.
If the Democrats wanted their next person elected, they would have reinstated Roe v. Wade. Automatically, they'd be being swept into power right now. There would be no question about who's being elected.
At any point in the last 50 years when they've had control of Congress, which is for the most of that 50 years,
Yeah.
they could have done it.
They didn't.
And they didn't.
They get in the driver's seat, put the keys in there, they turn the ignition, and they just fucking shit the pants. They just don't know what
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
And this power right here for the president is as soon as the next Republican gets in, he's not going to step down.
And the
Trump.
the thing is, when everyone says, "I want someone who's not a politician. I want a regular person, and I want," what are you asking for? If you're asking for a dismantling of the country, you should probably just say that
Yeah.
instead of "I want to vote for the Republican," because what the MAGA people have completely corrupted, if not destroyed, the Republican Party.
Oh yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, the Republican Party doesn't really exist anymore. It's just it's the cult and the people who are not in the cult.
Yeah. It's the only way the Republicans come back is if they separate off from the MAGA movement and become a third party.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make like a
right.
conservative party
Yeah.
Which
because the
I mean,
MAGAs are.
Yeah.
and I think
Right.
the only thing keeping them from doing that is the fact that if they do that, no conservative, unless they're a Democrat, will win a general election
You're
for
right.
president.
But they have to do it to make a point. Maybe
But
maybe in
they'd
20
rather have
years
the
they're in power.
power.
Progressives are
They'd
about,
rather have the power.
but progressives
But
are
they
about,
don't have it now.
but progressives are about to do the same thing, because as much winning as Democrats, Blue D Democrats have done, progressives have not been the winner of battles. We got the squad in, and now the squad won't fucking move muscle or do any. You know what I mean? Like, they're great for clips. Fun to see them tear down people on congressional hearings and shit like that. Where's the legislation? Where's the bill? I ain't trying to hear all, like, that's the thing. I don't need somebody who's great for clips. I need someone to do work. Get it done. Trick Republicans. Tell them that you love them and that they're so handsome and, oh, you're so smart. Thanks for signing this. You're so great. Hey, y'all, we got healthcare. We good now. Yeah. Dumbass.
Yeah.
Play the game. Play the game for us and win. 'Cause all we
But
do
the
is
other
fucking
thing,
play the. Sorry, we just play this fucking I'm so fucking moral game. It
Yeah.
hasn't gotten us anywhere.
yeah, it's true. And well, I've completely lost my train of thought. It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
We'll bang for universal health care. Thanks, George. That's
Oh,
where we're
yeah.
at.
My point earlier, like, I mean, if the Republicans that want to be Republicans had any moral fiber to them, they would separate off just to make a point and to prevent what's going to happen, where they're not really going to be in power. It's going to be the MAGA people that are in power,
Right.
and it's going to be an emperor. It's not going to be a president that steps down in 4 years. It's going to be an emperor that says, I'm not leaving. And look, I'm signing. Look, now the military surrounded my White House and protecting me because I can make it happen.
Like, there's a
Because
small.
it's an official thing.
There's a small part of my brain that is like, not all military dudes are like down with this, and they're kind of waiting for him to make the wrong move so that they can like cuff, zap, and slap. Oh, like maybe they're just like, oh, fuck, please say some wild shit like, come on, let's go do some illegal thing, and then aha, said it. I don't think Tim. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Secret Service doesn't have to let him crimes and like if the president grabs a chainsaw, starts making at somebody, the Secret Service is allowed to stop him. They're like, I order you to let me do this. They could still do it. I
Well,
mean, they could still intervene.
I mean, they did on January 6th.
Right.
The Secret Service agent who was driving Trump's limo said, "Sir, I can't take you there."
Yeah, the SUV. Like fighting
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
But
So,
that's not the same situation. That's preventing him from getting into harm.
Well, that's their
Right.
job.
But what's stopping him from pulling out a gun and shooting somebody?
Yeah,
Would
what
they
if
stop
he's-
him?
What if he went on the
What if
offense?
he pulled out a gun and shot somebody?
So if you want to be super technical about it, Secret Service is part of the Treasury Department, and the Treasury Department is under the executive branch.
At the
So,
pleasure of
which will be at the pleasure of the president. Currently, it is not, but it
Okay.
will be.
If that other order goes through. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
If
Project
Trump,
25, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they want to do. They want to take out all the career civil servants who don't really have a political bias and are held to a certain ethic code because of that. They want to take all those people out, and they want to just put a political appointees everywhere,
Mm.
regardless of their competence of doing the job.
don't care.
That's what they want. They want to dismantle the administrative state. And we were talking just before the show started about the Chevron deference ruling, and that is the beginning of that. If they take away an administrative authority's ability to use their authority, that's dismantling the administrative state.
Like, I'm wondering how can are thinking, because they're rule
Yeah.
followers. They don't like all this bucking of all you alphabet people, gender, something. Like they They want things to go back to being simple. I don't think they.
The way
don't
we're
thi-
going,
You know what I mean?
Star
I
Trek
don't.
is not the future.
So like, cause like, who's like a Raphael Cruz? Would you ever think got into the this would be a guy?
I don't know who he is.
You know, Ted Cruz.
Oh,
His
Oh,
real,
the Zodiac Killer.
His real name is Raphael.
okay.
His real name is Zodiac.
Fading in
Ted,
and
Ted
out.
Cruz. Would he try this? No, I don't think he would.
You know what I
I
mean?
think
He
he's
would,
a bit better than that.
and he's like the slimy guy that we don't really like all that much.
I
And
know.
he would never in a million try to
Yeah.
keep himself in power forever.
Yeah.
This is not an inherently Republican thing. This is a MAGA cult issue that the Republicans, per usual, did not take care of. They should have.
Yeah.
They should have snuffed out this MAGA movement early on by not funding it. And all of you motherfuckers out there who gave Trump all this free airtime, see SMBC, all you left-leaning channels that did nothing but Trump shit entire election. You never covered or promoted anybody else. This is what happens. You fell for it. You got baited. You baited.
Yeah. He should have never been the Republican nominee to begin with.
Yep.
Period. End of story.
How does the party of Ronald Reagan let Trump win your primary?
Yeah. But there have to be some sort of qualification for president where you've actually served a couple of terms in some lesser office. You know what I'm saying? Just to prove that you can actually govern.
Some sort of qualification. And it's not to say that we want this like super regressive thing that only other politicians. But dude, you
No.
gotta know how the shit works. You
Yeah.
gotta be able to pass a civics test. You gotta not want to hold an insurrection. Basic thing.
You almost should have to prove if you lose, you're willing to step down.
Yeah, that's in the new constitution. If you have to concede. Conceding is not optional.
Yeah.
I must concede.
There should be something in your constitution where if they lose, they can be forced to step down. It should be.
So here is part of the opinion of the Supreme Court, written by the Chief Justice John Roberts.
Okay.
We conclude that under constitutional structure of separation of powers, the nature of presidential power requires that a former president have some immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts during his tenure in office, at least with the respect of the president's exercise of his core constitutional powers. This immunity must be absolute. As for his remaining official acts, he is also entitled to immunity. At the current stage of proceedings, in this case, however, we need not and do not decide whether immunity must be absolute or instead whether presumed immunity is sufficient. That's like paragraph 3 of the opinion.
Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants.
With that information, we're still going to lose our democracy.
Yep.
There is a literal fucking corpse sitting in the White House. Congratulations, guys. You played yourself.
Oh, yeah. That debate was depressing and awful.
Congratulations.
And
you played yourself.
The subsequent week of Democrats, first of all, losing their goddamn minds. And then the president saying, no, guys, it's okay. I can do this if you put me in front of a teleprompter and you let me sleep. Like, that shouldn't be the standard for president. You should be able to do the job.
Yep.
Good thing nothing else was going on at that.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm so sleepy. You guys had the debate too late. What if you were getting bombed? Dumb shit. That's the point.
Yeah. That is the point. Prove that you can act under fire.
Some immunity And absolute immunity. It's a tad different. Parking tickets, not pogroms. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he gets 100% immunity for his core constitutional powers. So control of the military, running the executive branch, stuff like that. Appointing ambassadors, absolute immunity for any crimes he commits by appointing ambassadors for bribes.
Oh, you know who the ambassador of everything is about to be, right?
What?
He'll be fresh out of jail.
Oh,
Steve Bannon, baby.
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon. Yeah,
he'll be fresh
he'll
out
be
of jail.
he'll
Just
be
in
fresh out of
time.
jail.
He'll be all cleaned up in January, ready to go to the White House.
That is true. He'll be ready.
He'll be the hand.
the hand of the king.
Hand of the king.
Holy fuck.
Game of Thrones references are fun.
That shit's a documentary.
Yeah.
Have you been following House of the Dragon?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the most recent episode just earlier tonight.
Caught up, Tim?
Uh,
No.
oh, okay.
Well, there you go. Never
Yeah,
mind.
there you go.
Never
Tim
mind.
decided
Sorry,
not to be
guys.
cool.
We're not a Game of Thrones
Yeah.
podcast.
But we.
Yeah.
I don't see any stopping us.
Here is bits of Justice Sotomayor's dissenting opinion.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit more than the paragraph we have here. She said, I have the ruling, so I'm just reading from that. Today's decision to grant former presidents immunity for their official acts is deeply wrong. As troubling as criminal immunity doctrine in this theory, the majority's application of the doctrine to the indictment in this case is perhaps even more troubling. In the hands of the majority, the new official acts immunity operates as a one-way racket. First, the majority declares all of the conduct involving the Justice Department and the Vice President to be official conduct. So that's more immunity. Anything he does to the Justice Department or to the Vice President, covered. Yet it refuses to designate any course of conduct alleged in the indictment as private, despite concessions from Trump's own counsel. Trump's counsel conceded, for example, the allegation that Trump turns to a private attorney who was willing to spread knowingly false claims of election fraud to spearhead his challenges to the election results. That sounds private to me.
How did they even take this, knowing he has other open cases?
Because 6 of them are basically in his pocket.
Yeah.
Knowing he has open cases, still did.
Yeah. And they did it too. I mean, this is theory, but it's probably true at this point. They did it in order to delay the other court hearings because they were coming up. They were all going to happen in March, May, and April. And so the initial reason they took this on, because there was no reason to. Both of the previous courts decided that presidents don't have immunity. So they took it up because they can do whatever they want, and they wanted to. And 2, to delay Trump's criminal proceedings so that he could give him immunity. And they did it on like an extra day at the end of the session.
Right before their break.
Right before their breaks. They added on an extra day on a Monday, so they got 3 extra days. Like it has all been gamed out.
Yep. Kind of disgusting.
Enjoy your hot dogs, everybody. Should we just say Homelander 2024? Is that just
I guess
same thing, right?
I guess.
Kinda.
Motherfuckers are literally lining up to vote for Homelander.
A less smart Homelander.
Less
what?
good looking. I mean,
Less good looking.
This Homelander's got a chiseled jawline. That motherfucker.
Here is the last paragraph of Justice Sotomayor's dissenting opinion, and this is fucking wild. Never in the history of our republic has a president had reason to believe that they would be immune from criminal prosecution if he used the trappings of his office to violate criminal law. Moving forward, however, all former presidents will be cloaked in such immunity. if the occupant of the White House misuses official power for personal gain, the criminal law that the rest of us must abide by will not provide a backstop. With fear for our democracy, I dissent.
Oh.
Not like she's a Supreme Court justice. Just like a
But-
blogger, right?
Right. With fear for our democracy is the last sentence there. I dissent. No Supreme Court justice has ever written that into an
Those-
opinion.
Yeah, those words have never been written by a Supreme Court justice, guaranteed.
So
Wow.
that's what the justices who aren't in the pocket of conservative billionaires think.
Well, I hope you guys all know how to fish. We're gonna.
Yeah,
be-
I mean, that's a wrap, right?
that's game.
That's game set match. Yeah, GG everyone.
I saw something.
I'm
funny.
kind of. I'm very frightened now.
I saw something pretty funny. Somebody was like, "Join us for the final series finale
Oh
of
yeah.
America."
Yeah. Yeah.
This is pretty like, and I get some like, "Oh, you're just alarming." Clicks, blah blah blah.
No.
No, this is
no.
a big deal.
Yeah, it's not
Real
not
bad.
alarmist when, Supreme Court justices are saying, I don't know if we're going to have a democracy anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 months, but if the old guy who isn't an indicted criminal doesn't win, we're going to have some problems.
But
Yeah.
it's already fucked. That's the part. There is no undoing this. It's done.
Oh, no, yeah,
Forever.
this whole thing here, yeah. You can only hope to stave off the madness
Yeah.
for a little while.
Like that genie's not going back in that bottle ever. This is the normal now. And it's like, oh
And-
shit, the normal just changed. And here comes Rinky Dink and his gang of dumbasses.
I mean, it's literally fascism.
And the red carpet has been rolled out. Joe Biden, what you gonna do about it? Wake up, Joe. Look at the camera, Joe.
Yeah.
Wake up,
Wake
Joe.
up, Joe.
We're literally SOSing, Joe. Fucking do something. Joe, God damn it, pull up. Joe's dead.
Yeah, he
Well,
didn't
he's
make
dead.
it.
He's dead to me, as far as I'm concerned. We only get one real shot at this, and the goal
Yeah.
is to make very small, minute adjustments so that you don't derail the train or jackknife the semi, whatever fucking works better for your brain. You have to move slowly and methodically, purpose, and very incrementally. Only way that everybody gets taken. Fucking yank the wheel or pull the yoke all crazy style, like what the fuck they're doing. There isn't a way to get us out of this nosedive. We are permanently nosediving now.
Yeah.
There isn't
All
a
you
way
get-
out.
All you can hope is that like you elect the guy who's gonna like try and pull up. But I mean, how many times are you gonna get that? How many passengers on that plane are gonna be like, yeah, I'll try and fly it?
Yeah, the pilot just had a heart attack. Does anybody know how to fly a plane?
You'll probably get one guy. I'll try. I don't know how, but
I'll try.
I'll give it a shot.
If nobody else stepped up, I would.
And then here
I've
comes
played enough video games to have a chance.
and here comes Kamala. I've been in the most planes. I should fly the
Yeah.
plane.
They've been letting me watch while they fly the plane. I think I can do it.
I've been arguing with the TSA several times, so that qualifies me to fly a plane because TSA.
Yeah.
Maybe Democrats as a political party shouldn't be so fucking stupid.
I don't know what everyone else is gonna do. I'm gonna leave,
Yeah,
and I hope a lot
peace
of
out,
other,
America.
and I hope a lot of other people leave because the fallout from this is so unpredictable. Honestly, at this point, boomers, this is your fucking fault. You clean it up. This is y'all.
Yeah,
our,
like
our generation has nothing to fucking do with this. This was
I wonder
already in
what-
motion before we got here.
I wonder what like our freedom score is going to be in like the future. You know, every year they rank countries and how free they are.
All right, we're gonna be kissing the bottom of the ranking now. Now that we lost, like we literally do not have a rule of law right now.
Yeah, if you're president, you can do whatever you want,
Yeah.
It just doesn't
And you're-
exist.
and your friends can do whatever they want
Right.
because you can pardon them as long as they don't commit any like local state crimes. You can pardon them.
So all of you are at risk.
Dude,
None of you are safe right now. There's no penalty.
my
Oh.
brain hurts, guys. This is
So,
horrible.
Ollie, does your prime minister have that sort of like
No,
immunity?
no.
Great,
No.
apparently.
Did your Supreme Court say, well, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, that's fine.
No.
And it was
No.
Trudeau like president forever.
No. He's gonna lose the next election. Well, that's the difference, though, by the way, guys. The prime minister can just stay in office if he keeps getting reelected over and over and over again.
Well, we used to have that, and then that was
Yeah.
FDR. FDR won too many times, and they're like, "Well, we can't have that anymore."
Yeah. That
It's gonna be funny when we're
This-
like, hey guys, remember elections?
Yeah, no.
this- this Trudeau's father stayed in so long they nearly changed the law, but then he got out. He retired, not because he lost, because he retired. So,
Oh, he listened to other people in his administration.
yeah.
What's that like?
Huh?
We're over here snatching the keys out of fucking Grandpa Joe's hand. Meanwhile, the cliff is oncoming.
He was only like 72 or 74 when he retired, dude. He was still way younger. He was still
Yeah,
sharp
it was
when
about
he
8 years
retired.
younger than Biden. Hey, listen, you know, it's gonna be cool, man. As long as you're with Jesus, but not really with Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, it's gonna be real cool.
Well, I have a plan for this.
Okay.
I will be sending nondescript clips to all of my circles out homes that will have our bug out passes, rendezvous points. Good luck, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good luck.
That's yeah.
I'm not
It's time
getting
to
one of
go.
those, am I, Mikey?
Well, you're safe.
Yeah,
No,
Ollie,
I'm not.
You're on an island,
I'm really
man.
not.
An
Especially if you guys leave the States and abandon the States to these freaks,
It's gonna get so much worse.
it's going to get so much worse, and Canada's not safe
So-
because Canada is that, look at all that land right there.
Look, I'm like,
And we could probably just threaten them and they'd submit.
you know what it is?
Gotta be
Ollie?
honest
You know what
with
it
you.
is, Ollie? Once all the sane people leave the United States, which would be millions of people, they wouldn't be able to support the economy because they wouldn't have enough workers. So then they would be getting very hungry, and then they would look over that north border like, they got
Yeah.
grocery stores.
And
Give
we
us
got
your
tanks that we got
food.
nothing to do with anymore. And that's when Joe Blow Hickey is going to be fucking driving tanks at us.
President Trump is going to have drone strikes on your fucking tanks for not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We needed that food, and they knew we needed that food, and then they put tanks in front of us so we couldn't get it. So I blew them.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be nuking Saskatchewan.
So remember, like, I got to be very careful with my words here. And I
Well,
want you guys to be. I want you guys to
we'd
be.
be all right with that.
I want you guys to
Still
be.
be there.
I want you guys to be very careful too. Let's be very.
Very careful.
Careful.
Extremely careful.
Okay.
So remember, like, when, like, the German dude had like he was in the sights of his enemy, that German dude from back in the day, and then someone didn't do it.
Oh,
Do you think?
yeah.
Do you think a rabid Republican? Like, I don't. This is the thing, though. I don't trust Republicans, but I do trust their like rabid love of this country. So if they do have a rabid love of this country, and they're not part of the MAGA cult, like, what are the conservative? Do you the conservatives, like the fucking militia conservative dude, are gonna take this shit lying down.
So with,
Yes,
with
door not
referring
bad.
to with referring to that specific German man you're talking about, and the specific action that could have been taken, I don't think that a non-cultist would take that action.
For
And
America,
I think that all these militia dudes are already baked into the cult.
there's
Yeah.
ones that aren't them. But I know that to be. There's ones that are long-standing since way before Trump, and they don't take Trump.
I don't think that action could be taken.
Here, do you remember Tremors?
Yes.
Remember Bert?
Yes.
There's a bunch of
Yep.
Berts out there that are that have been literally waiting for somebody to break the Constitution.
Yeah, but what have they done about it? This dude
Yeah.
has
No
this
one's
dude has
done
done
it.
it for years and years and years.
Not like this.
Well, Trump has.
Well, he was
So
about
where
to.
were they?
Well, they didn't.
Where
have
were
to
they
do-
then?
They didn't have to do it because he was about to get the comeuppance for his crime. As long as it took, he was still getting his comeuppance. But now that it looks like his comeuppance isn't coming uppance,
If they didn't know that Trump was gonna fucking walk on all of this stuff, then they're crazy. Of course, Trump was gonna walk. We all said it. We said
Yep.
it. I said at the worst he would get a slap on the wrist and a fine, which is what he got.
House arrest. I voted for house arrest, I believe, for some of his crimes.
He's gonna be able to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants.
I'm
And-
just saying,
and
there are
I don't-
there are dudes that are like not wrapped too tight. I don't know that this is a good move for him. I think this dangerous. Completely obliterating the law, rubbing it in the nose of the American people. I don't know that it tracks. I know the Republicans are loud with MAGA right now. All of them.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to consider only the various militia groups that we have because this country has so many guns in it. There are, much to the right's credit, left-wing activists as well.
Mhm.
You know, like dealing with specific German people.
That's what I don't know if that's a great idea. You know what I mean? I just
No, it's
It's
not a
always-
great
it's
idea. I'm
always a
just saying that
risk
it's
to
not
assume-
exclusive to the right.
it just
It's not exclusive to the right.
to reach up and grab the crown is an hypocrisy. I don't know
Yes.
why he would try to do. He doesn't know anything about politics. You know, because why would you ever assault the Constitution in a country full of conservatives? That is literally their Bible.
Yeah, I get what
But-
you're saying, Mikey.
Like,
But they've been
Um,
wanting it changed so that they get more power.
Here's the problem with doing that.
They could
And this
see
is
that.
like political philosophy. Was it Hobbes? The Leviathan. If you've ever read the Leviathan, this is
I beat a Leviathan one.
I forget what the name of the theory is, but it's basically once you accumulate a certain amount of power and influence, people will unite to take you down, and then they'll create a power vacuum, and then it's a
Mhm.
cycle. It happens again and again and again and again. So, I mean, Mikey could be right. Maybe this is the point where, you know, Trump is too powerful, and everyone's like, boy, we did something wrong here, and then you
If they
know,
wanted right? Probably wanted somebody like, I don't know, like another Reagan. Like if Mitt Romney got a little bit chicken hawkish, if Mitt Romney was a war hawk, that would be their guy, and they would love for him to be there 1,000 years. This fucking McDonald's eating well done ketchup steak motherfucker is a far comparison to like their ideal Reaganish fucking leader. Fucker, broke as fuck.
Yeah.
Just can't stop bleeding money out of everything he touches. Like
And
that's
people
not
think-
conservative.
and people
Broke is
think
not
he's a
considered-
god. And people think he's untouchable. The people think he's a god or Jesus or something.
We're like bigger than Jesus.
Hmm.
Remember when that was a news story? Because
Uh,
John Lennon said, "Oh, we should do Black's politics." I think that counts
we
as a
should.
political quote.
does.
That'd
So
be all right. Yeah.
at this point, I will vote for any serious third party candidate.
What?
As long as they aren't like a wackadoo conservative. Like RFK doesn't fucking count.
I'm gonna
Jack-
edit that so it says RFK. I
No.
love him.
Tim, don't even say that, dude.
I love
The third party person is never going to be able to get enough power, and all you're going to do is split votes off the Democrat and give Trump that much better a chance.
At this point, what does it
What are you
matter?
talking about?
What does it matter at this point? First of all, I live in a state that's going to vote for Joe Biden or whoever the Democrat is, no matter what. My vote doesn't count for shit. If I vote not for a Democrat,
Gordon Head says we'll vote for food.
we'll vote for food. But I'm serious. If there is, I'll even like, God, I don't want to say this, but I would vote for Mitt Romney if he ran as a third party candidate.
The devil you know. That's America.
He's a Mormon. He's not going to do that shit.
He won't even have a fucking
Yep.
The thing that makes America outshine everyone is our normalcy. Is the fact that we have so much advanced as normal. We've progressed our security and ability to a point where these motherfuckers forgot what struggle completely is. They forgot what oppression completely is. And we get inside this like America bubble where you think you live on planet America. And we do have a pretty big country. Travel for months and months and months and not see it all. So you just kind of feel like this is. You have to
It's
know that
not.
there's the rest of the world. You have to
Yeah.
that way. Don't.
Yeah, no, they don't. Like, yeah, anyone with $100 million, just Bloomberg,
There we
sure.
go. Sorry, my
I don't
noise
know.
gate was on. They were saying my audio was bad. Sorry.
Oh, like I'll sure, maybe even Zuckerberg, not Elon though. That dude is too
He
much
can't
on
run.
Trump's side. He can't. That's
But-
good.
South
That's
Africa.
good.
Can't run.
Bezos, let's get on the Bezos
He
train.
might be Greek. Where is
He might be
Bezos from?
Greek. He's from like the Midwest,
Is he?
I think.
Did you make that up?
Maybe.
I don't know. Did I make Jeff Bezos up?
Yes. Did you invent him?
Yeah.
Birth place.
Come on.
Albuquerque,
Oh,
New Mexico.
New Mexico. All right.
Yeah, that's the
so
Midwest.
the
Look
West.
At,
The West.
Look at Tim.
The Midwest. Listen, I'm in Connecticut. Everything like left of Pennsylvania is the Midwest, and right of California.
So from
Man,
from
I have a
Vegas to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I have a problem with people from Neil's neck of the woods out in BC
Yeah.
calling people from Ontario from the East Coast.
That is
Holy
the East
fuck.
Coast.
Do you
That is the East
No, they're
Coast.
not. They're closer to the center of Canada than they are to the East Coast.
Wait, which one's
You
Ontario?
seen how big on the one that's the other side of Quebec for me, right? They're almost like their border is the center of Canada. Their western border.
I almost pulled up Google Maps on that fucking window up there, which would have given you guys my exact fucking location. Better luck next time. Better luck next time.
And what is it with people from America calling people from Canada wildlings just because they're north of the wall?
Because they're wild.
I haven't
Ollie,
heard
is
that.
Canada going
You
to
guys
build
are
a
calling
wall?
us wildlings now? Stop.
Oh,
Is
Don't
Canada
call us that.
is Canada going to build a wall?
they already did.
We might. It'll be made of snow though.
So the answer for that, Ollie, is because Toronto is in the Eastern time zone.
It is.
Ah.
So they're
Oh.
on East Coast time.
No, they're
I've
not.
been-
We have an Atlantic time zone.
Sir.
I've-
And
Sir,
that's the East
sir,
Coast.
Is that
Eastern-
Ontario? Is that Ontario? Are they in
Eastern-
Atlantic time? Or are
No,
in
they
East-
aren't.
Okay, so that's why he called, the place in the East Coast, the East Coast.
No. Eastern time zone and East Coast are two different things.
It's the
Yeah,
same.
but it's
East Coast time.
but it's
No, it
standard
isn't.
time.
No,
Yes,
it isn't.
Standard
You're
time.
not the coast. You are out in
Yes,
the
we
ocean.
are.
You are in the ocean off the coast. You're
Yeah,
on an
dude,
island. The
we-
land
we-
doesn't
Ollie, by
touch
your-
you.
By your own
We
admission,
have
you're in the
4.5
Atlantic time zone. That means you're in the Atlantic.
provinces in the Atlantic time zone, dude. 4.5 provinces in the Atlantic time zone.
Well, maybe they should sell some of that. shit.
Just because
that's
the
what I'm saying.
province is
They
the
are
side.
not the East Coast. They're not even close to the East Coast. All of Quebec's in between them.
Okay. You want your own little coastal identity, which is
Yes.
fine. I don't see you surfing and shit. You're not fucking Hawaii over there. So I
Yeah.
don't know
Well,
what
we
you care
don't need
about.
to be Hawaii.
I don't see you fucking screeching a fucking trout out here every fucking weekend. You just live your life like
That's
a
because
normal...
you're screeching a cod, not a trout, Mike.
Oh, damn it. I almost got it, Ollie. I should get half credit. Damn it. I really thought I nailed that one.
You were close. You were close.
Ah.
You knew it was a fish.
Yeah, and I was like, it's a long silver fish. I'm like, salmon, too big.
No.
Barracuda, wrong color. Alligator gar.
You know what? I think it's time that we all just, as a country, America, that we all just sort of go our separate ways.
Bite or
Like-
not bad?
Like, New England can be its own thing, and like maybe the South can be its own thing again, but that's kind of horrible.
It's
The West
filled with
Coast can
blacks
do
now.
West
They can-
Coast stuff.
The South is filled with blacks now. They can try it if they want to.
Excellent. Like,
Who
you know,
gets the military?
Canada. Which one of those northern states do you want? Go for it.
Illinois,
North Dakota,
Illinois,
Michigan. Just take it.
Wisconsin.
Maine. You
They
got
got
Maine.
cheese.
We don't need it.
They got cheese, lots of cheese. Tim, you should move to Wisconsin. You would,
No, I'm going to Ireland.
you would love it in Milwaukee. Your food truck would
Shut-
fucking slay, dude. It's cheese.
I'll-
It's cheese mecca over in
I'll
Milwaukee.
I'll send it over there. I'll send it over.
I
won't
keep
go.
telling you,
I'll-
dude, do fries with the works in your cheese truck.
I
You'll get a
can't-
whole new.
I don't have a deep fryer. Listen,
Deep fryers are heavy.
they take so much energy to use. Or propane. They take a lot of propane too.
That oil's gotta
Anyway.
be hot.
Can't have a deep
Oven-
fryer. I don't have
Oven
a-
baked fries.
Listen,
Air fryer.
so okay, here is some business conversations I have had with my business partner about this. Because every time, because he forgets the stuff on his own food truck. We can't have we don't have the fridge space to keep all the fries, and we don't have a deep fryer, and we can't put one on.
It's too
Because-
heavy and too big.
We have one cooler, and it doesn't fit 100 orders worth of French fries.
So what you'll have to do, Tim, is have a trailer that you pull behind you
Oh, okay.
full of potatoes.
There we go. I would love to have French fries. Like, it's the perfect side. It's the perfect side for everything.
Just
You
put
French
the
fries with it.
Put the fucking
Yeah.
cheese on the fries.
Yeah,
That's right.
I would love
Cheese
to.
and gravy on fries, man. Holy fuck. It's good.
But,
Ollie, we'll go into
unfor-
business together. We'll take over your island by sunset.
But unfortunately, when we bought the food truck, we didn't think of that. We were like, oh yeah, it's a smaller one. It's got an oven and a grill. Fine. No cold storage.
So let's not
Yeah.
let's not end on a bad note, shall we? What do you think would be some new careers we can get into once the apocalypse starts?
Oh man,
I think I'm gonna start gathering
Oh.
seeds. I think
I'm
gonna
gonna
start
be the
buying all the
bear.
seeds
I'm gonna be the bear.
that all the women want to be with rather than men.
No, like the show, The Bear. I'm gonna be that guy.
I don't know what show you're talking about.
A hairy homosexual partner?
No,
Oh,
like the guy on
not
the
that
show.
Not that show.
Not that.
Not
No,
that
it's
show.
a cooking. It's a show about chefs.
Oh, the
No
bear from FX.
The bear, yeah.
Oh,
from
that
FX.
Ollie-
bear.
Ollie,
BJ
watch.
and the Bear? BJ and the
No,
Bear.
Ollie, watch American
That's a
television.
show.
I don't know what you're
Gonzo
doing.
bear.
All I get is American television. I don't get that.
Good. Does Canada even have television?
Very
Hey,
little.
Hey, you be nice.
I know
That's
we're not
the-
gonna have.
What we
television
have is
soon.
really good, but it's very little.
Guess what, America? It's gonna be state media for us.
Yep.
for y'all. Kira
Whoever they got
Kira
it.
don't deserve this. We're out of here. She ain't done nothing except for being cute. Every single day she wake up and just be a little bit more cute, and y'all ruin the whole country for her. You bastards.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going to fucking somewhere else. This place is too crazy now.
And like, I would love to stay and fight, but in this joke that I'm telling here, what possible new careers could we have?
Oh, right, jokes. I forgot about jokes.
Jokes?
So
okay.
Jokes
new careers.
make the pain go away.
New career, apocalypse career.
Just a new career outside of America. So let's see.
No. In the apocalypse that's
Oh,
here.
in the apocalypse.
Yeah. Assuming we can't get out and we have to live in this fucking despotic, fucking horrible.
I want to
place.
be one of those Fallout guys in the body armor, in the like the Iron Man suits in Fallout.
I don't know what that you're gonna have to do. Give me more. I don't play Fallout.
Power armor, yeah.
The power armor. I want to be one of those power armor guys that goes around like pretending he's a knight. That'd be fucking awesome.
I don't know what the premise of the game is. That doesn't mean anything. You want to put on a suit? That's what your fucking plan is for the.
No,
what does
look,
that mean?
in all right. So in the post-apocalyptic
You've
future
never
of
played
Fallout,
Fallout, Mikey? Is that what we're hearing?
No, I've never
All right.
played
Wow.
Fallout.
there are a group of people who are supposed to be like justice doers. They're supposed to be like good guys or whatever. At least they think they are. They dress in power armor like
Brotherhood
they're
of
fucking
Steel.
Iron Man. Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel. They dress up like fucking Iron Man and they pretend that they're like medieval knights going around and doing good deeds. That's what it is.
Yeah. They are a semi-military like organization, and they go around.
I did
They
not
wear
know
this
that.
armor and they go and do stuff.
I did not get that from the movie poster.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know what the hell that game was about. I was like, something about radioactive. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's after the apocalypse, right? So,
Yeah.
but
So
the
that's what I wanna
character
do.
you're playing finds a suit of this armor. That's why you're always
Originals.
pictured in it, right? So,
I want to be a post-apocalyptic Iron Man knight. That's what I want.
Boy can dream.
a post-apocalyptic night.
So Ollie, what's your
You just
Post-
stole mine, Tim.
well, you can only have one.
I think
So
I,
that's mine.
I think I want to be a farmer.
Oh, a farmer? Yeah, that'd be good.
Of-
You could feed
Of
things.
what?
We
What would you
So,
farm?
we-
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
see now where I live. Yeah, farming.
oh my god! If they
ban
ban pot, there's gonna be a war.
Yeah. Farming
fucking
potatoes and
war.
taking care of cattle would be pretty natural to around here once an apocalypse happens, because that's what we got.
Oh yeah,
So-
Get me a
in one of-
sheepdog.
And
one
the
of-
thing is, we'd need guards at the bridge, right? We might even
Keep the
destroy the
Americans
bridge.
out.
Say fuck you guys out. Fuck you
yeah.
guys.
Why don't
Yeah.
you guys listen?
blow the
If
bridge.
Trump gets elected, just blow every bridge that connects us to Canada.
As soon as that last delegate goes through, boom, you just
Yep.
hear like that down the bridge.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, today the Canadian embassy left the United States." Like it.
Yep.
I suggest that you do it. Otherwise, you're gonna get fucking Handmaid's Tale like the rest of them.
All right, picture
So-
this. Picture this. It's just like that office scene in The Matrix, except for everybody's gathering their stuff and they're just going from fucking room to room and the camera's fucking sliding all over the place. And then the last thing you see is fucking Trudeau. He's got like 3 boxes in his arm and he's got like a fucking clipboard in his mouth. Takes a grenade out of his pocket, puts it in the toilet, flushes, and like, embassy closed. Shakum, America, season finale.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We're in the last season.
Yeah.
We had a good run, but
Reggio says, I have
You're
a boat.
fucked.
Who needs a bridge? I need a boat.
America, the final season. Maybe there'll be a tell-all. Who knows?
You know what? That's why we got to get out of here. Someone's got to tell the story of America. Like, someone has to tell generations to come that MySpace was a thing.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that with the internet and everything now. It's all out there already.
Ollie, I'd like to live.
There's no way to hide that shit
Ollie,
now.
I'd like to live. So I need to be preserved as a storyteller
Yeah, okay.
and an archivist of America. I am an expert on the human history in the American continent.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be like an ancient monk.
I'm a scribe.
Yeah, a scribe, like writing down histories because everyone else is
That-
too fucking dumb to do it.
You know what my new job will I'll probably have to polish Mount Rushmore where Trump's adding his face.
to every
No,
president.
removing
Trump,
everybody
Trump,
else's
Trump, Trump.
face, replacing with his own.
He
Yeah.
puts his face on all of them. Would be funny.
Yeah.
And he's looking in different poses. He's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his face in different stupid poses.
Yeah. That's what
oh
he do.
man, I'd pee on that fucking thing every day.
Here's one thing that's
Every day
different
I'd have
now
to pee
that,
on it.
here's one thing that's different now than at any other point in history. Always in the past, might makes right, might rewrites history.
Mm-hmm. Not no more.
That's not the case anymore. So
We got hard
if-
drives
if-
now.
if the United States goes off the rail and becomes an evil tyrannical empire rather, that's how it's going to go down in the history books, guys.
Yeah.
There's no
We'll be-
rewriting that shit.
We're already the baddies several times, so this is kind of like
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like it's kind of like and then this was the last time that America was allowed to get away with, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
like in the history book, like there's gonna be a chapter, like a paragraph break, and then the next paragraph is gonna have like some highlighted blue word, and it's gonna be some event, and then that was the downfall of America.
Well, no, that's
It'll be a
the start
vocab
of
word.
World War III, where everybody's going to war with America because America's out there. No
But you-
offense, but that looks like the way it's going, doesn't it?
I don't think anybody would fight us though, because as stupid
Yeah.
as we are very dangerous.
Yeah.
And especially if we're pissed off, because
But
whatever amount of troops we have right now, you can double that if you attack us.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
But
because-
we
that's
will
not
show
the way
up.
that's not the way that to defeat America.
Well, they're doing it.
Like you
figured it out.
hinted at it earlier when you said everybody's going to leave.
Mhm.
Economically, you crush America. You guys are vulnerable to that shit.
Well,
Yeah, but give them a couple of months. Like, if suddenly
So-
the world stopped dealing with America, we have our own resources. I mean, we wouldn't be as flagrantly, well, I can't use words. We wouldn't be as ridiculous with our money as we are now. Flagrant, yes. World War II, like, America wasn't doing that great, and then we ramped up production. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that we can't. It's that we don't want to.
Here's the thing: even if they wanted to do
Okay,
that
good
now,
luck.
who's the workers?
I mean, that's true.
Ain't gonna be no Rosie the Riveter this time.
We're talking the
children.
situation Mikey said earlier, where like a third of your population is up and left.
I mean,
That would
that
be
still
great.
leaves us
Two-
10th in world population.
Yeah, that
What?
if 30% of us left, we'd still have like 250 million people.
Yeah, we
Yep.
still have more people than Russia. Like,
right now the world population is what, 8 billion people, 8.5 billion people. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
8.2 or 3, something like that.
you know what's great about America? Only Mexico and Canada can reach us by land.
Yep.
Yeah, yo, so I'm gonna be
We-
starting up.
We
the-
wouldn't
the-
stop anybody from coming through. We'd be inviting them. Yeah, we understand. We got to help you.
We
Right?
know,
That's-
we know. We have
Mexico
the
too,
news.
guys.
We know. No. The thing is going to be the Mexicans standing at the border, like, well. Look who came crawling back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, start building that wall now, Ollie, because
We're coming,
you're gonna have an American refugee crisis soon.
and that's okay. I think it's okay for some of us to
we,
leave.
we are too nice to build that wall.
You fools.
We are too nice for our own good on that one, Tim. We will never build that wall. Sorry,
They'll
I wish
be
we
like-
would, but no.
There'll be like refugee camps for Americans, like on the border of like Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Buffalo,
And
New
then-
York.
Yeah, like all the populace. So like there'll be refugee camps on the West Coast too. Like
Seattle.
Seattle, Washington State, and then there'll be like a you can't let them in policy from Canada. Like there's too many of them now.
Well, does he have a job? He says he works online. He's a YouTuber. I don't think he. Do you have winter clothes? He says he's got winter clothes.
Send us your doctors. We'll take your doctors very quick.
Yeah, America's not sending their best. They're sending
Yeah.
rapists and killers, and some I assume are good people.
Yeah, Ollie, only some of us will be good people.
Okay. Okay.
They're sending YouTubers. and stay-at-home moms, and some of them I assume are gainfully employed. Like Canada, can we just say we're sorry and that we would really like to like move past like all of these like sophomoric jokes that we've been telling all these years. Like I think we should all just like just have some maple syrup on some pancakes and just,
Can we just say we love the queen or the king and just like,
Why? We don't give a fuck about him.
I mean, he used to be your sovereign.
No,
Yeah.
he's never been our sovereign. Not anymore. We don't do that anymore.
Oh,
Well, yeah, like 40 years ago you did.
Tim,
He's a token dude.
Tim, one thing that is a small beacon of hope here is that the UK elections are going on. So I think I'm just going to unplug America for a little bit, plug in the UK for the next week.
They're getting crazy over there too, dude. It's stupid.
Nah, the Labour Party is about to win real big.
They're about to win. Keir Starmer is about to be the prime minister.
Yeah.
I heard the current prime minister might lose his own race, like his own district.
Yeah.
Richie Rich over there has pissed everybody off.
Oh yeah.
But
he really fucked up when he didn't go to the fucking D-Day memorial.
Yeah.
Like you didn't stay for the D-Day memorial on the 80th. How many
Biden.
how many fucking more years do you think these guys are gonna fucking be around to be memorialized?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking even Biden went there and he's a mummy.
Yeah.
He older than the sand on the beach.
Listen, has anyone tried unplugging America, waiting 10 seconds and then plugging it back in?
Yeah, we need a full hard reset.
Yeah.
Factory reset. No,
Someone
no,
said it.
No, not the factory reset. No. No.
All right. Here's what we made. We made
1865 reset.
Yeah. We made a save point.
Yeah. Go back to our
Yep.
previously saved file.
But when was the last time you saved?
1865.
Ooh. Nah, I think if you base it on like high school classes, World War II, that was the last save.
So you go back to the end of World War II? Holy fuck.
I think so. I think so.
So we have to redo the civil rights.
Yeah. You got to redo civil rights. You lose all your equipment, obviously. And yeah.
Right. I won't
You're
have my
just playing into
phone.
Fallout, then you know that, right? Because if you try and go down a different route, you are going to do the Fallout path.
I mean, but like, if you're the only one who knows, like time travel theory and all that, if you're the only one who knows all this shit's gonna happen,
But you
What are
weren't
you-
born back
what are
then.
you
You're not
gonna
even
do?
there. What
what are you gonna do?
What's the thing where's the point where we could go back in time and stop all this Supreme Court stuff?
Hold on. Let me look it up.
I'd
'Cause
say
it is
whatever-
a certain point in time.
whatever day it was that they were going to talk about term limits and it didn't happen that day.
No, I mean you don't even need that day. You just need the day that the Supreme Court decided it could do whatever it wanted. You need to undo that day.
Yesterday?
No.
All right, we're going. All right, save the gas in the fucking time machine. Tim says we're going back one day.
One day.
One day it is.
Man, there was a show like that back in the day. It was called 7 Days. You go back a week. You can only go back a week to stop some sort of disaster.
Sounds lame. Sliders was cooler.
Yep.
Good old
All
Chris
right.
O'Connell.
Chris,
Even this, what was it, 7 seconds in the Tim Allen? What's that called? The Galaxy Quest movie?
Mm.
They could go back 7 seconds.
Oh, I think it
Is that
was.
what it was?
Yeah, was it 7 seconds or was it like?
I-
But I know what you're talking about. Galaxy
Yeah.
Quest was the name of the movie. Galaxy.
You are our last hope.
Yeah.
We got to put some Galaxy Quest on the soundboard. Never give up, never surrender.
Okay,
It's
so
Buzz Lightyear.
oh,
Buzz Lightyear.
1803. 1803 is when you want to go back to, and the
Hell
main you
no.
need to stop is Chief Justice John Marshall, because he's the one who said the Supreme Court is supposed to decide what's constitutional and what's not constitutional. Before that, the Supreme Court just decided individual cases and only at the federal level. They didn't deal with any state stuff.
Hmm.
They left that up to the state Supreme Courts. So the year that you have to go back and the man you have to like tackle to the ground is John Marshall, and you tell him to stop.
Stop. You are wrong, sir. You have no idea what the consequences of your actions are.
You say you're from the future, and if he doesn't stop what he's doing,
He's destroying America.
he's destroying America.
I'm like, this Negro is looking directly at me and talking. Kill him! Kill him! Kill
All right,
him!
We gotta send a
Oh,
white
shit.
guy back, obviously.
Please
So Ollie,
send a white guy back.
No, I'm
Ollie.
Canadian. You can't send me back. No,
You're-
no,
they
you
don't
won't
know
believe
you're
me. I'm
in the
Canadian.
past.
You
They
smell
don't-
like Beckham.
They'll say you smell like a Frenchman
Yeah.
or an Englishman. I don't know.
Actually,
depends on the
yeah,
part
he'll
of
be
the game.
calling us in 1803. He'll be calling us English. Yeah,
Exactly. So, Ollie, listen.
we're just
don't
we're
talk
just
it.
freshly minted Canadian.
Do
Then
your best. Do your best American accent.
Oh no! Don't
And-
use that.
not happening. No, I'm not going.
Don't
can't
use.
blame me.
He can't use his American accent in an ancient time. They'll burn him as a witch. He'll bring up
And
disc
you-
golf on reflex and then fucking get strung
Yep.
up.
That's right.
And you,
What's
you
that?
Tell,
Disc golf.
Sounds like a
and
witch.
you tell Justice John Marshall that if he doesn't stop what he's doing, then give him the plot of the Terminator movie, like Skynet and all that. Doesn't matter. Robots and cyborgs and all that. Just replace it with like wizards and magic spells or
Tim,
something.
they'll
But-
burn him again.
Yeah, they'll just burn me.
At
What do you
the
mean you're
stake.
from the future? Burn them.
Here's what you do:
They got fire in the
Nope.
future.
No,
you kidnap him.
Okay,
No.
well, now
Whole
we're talking.
year.
That now we're talking.
so it just happens a year later when I
No,
let
no,
him
no.
go.
While
and,
you have
and
him
maybe
kidnapped,
even
you have to
even
indoctrinate him
stronger
with
because
something
now
else.
he's got the power of I was kidnapped, so now I'm a prisoner and stuff.
Oh wait,
He's got that sympathy card to play.
wait. He has no GPS. Take him
Yeah.
away from his house and then just take him to another city that he's not familiar with.
Well,
It'll
it's
take him-
1803. Take him into the frontier.
No. He'll die. We don't want to kill him. But just put him in a different town. What's he gonna do? Call? He can't call anybody.
True.
He'll miss
That's true.
he'll miss the vote, and then we're fine. Just take him far away from that location,
Yeah,
and he
take him-
physically can't get back in time to do it.
Yeah, take him out of
They,
DC.
they
Maybe
still
bring
had
him,
post back
whatever,
then,
like,
Mikey.
knock him out for a bit. Bring him like a month's travel away. He won't know where he is.
Yeah, if you take him
This-
2 weeks,
No,
shit,
he'll
if you-
know where he is in minutes as soon as he talks to anybody.
I-
Come on now.
No. If you put him on a boat going to like Australia, it's gonna take months to get there. They're not turning around. You can't even talk to him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
1800s. He just has to keep sailing,
They'll just presume he's not alive anymore.
and then
And
they'll
they'll-
put in somebody else.
A new Chief Justice.
Clarence Thomas, the -4th.
Okay.
So
I'll be back momentarily.
I think that is the point in American. I mean, unless you go all the way back to the beginning and be like, hey guys, maybe this whole Supreme Court thing, like lifetime appointments, not a good idea. But
And
Besides that.
I saw somebody say up there, stack the court. Well, stack the
I don't-
court is a great strategy if people are willing to play the game. Democrats refuse to play the game. They will acknowledge the game. They will acknowledge that they're losing the game, but then they will refuse to participate.
yeah, and I mean stack the court is a great idea for a while, and then you're not in power again for a bit. That's the way the game works. So
And
the
then,
time that
and that's the thing. Like if RBG would have left,
yeah, and Obama could have appointed
replaced Scalia
Yeah.
with Merrick Garland.
he could have made a deal. He could have said, "Hey guys, I'll give you Merrick Garland or someone close to that if you give me this person." And it may not have been as liberal of a justice as Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but he would have got a new member for his side and a middle ground guy
Mm-hmm.
instead of nothing.
And they just don't. And it's that pride. It's the arrogance. It's the entitlement that I am in charge of this democracy and it is my turn. And finally, I'm going to rise to the level that I deserve. No one gives a shit about all the bureaucracy that you had to crawl through, the quagmire and the muck that you had to sort through just to get to the position that you're at. Maybe, I don't know, fix the fucking system, which is what your job was. Not to win the system, but to fix it.
But they don't care about the system. They like being part of the current system.
Right.
They're very much status quo. Joe Biden's a status quo president.
Yeah.
He didn't do at least half of the things he said that he was going to do, maybe more. And when stuff didn't go his way, he just sort of rolled over and said, "Okay."
Yeah.
And all this stuff about Biden being the most progressive president ever is nonsense. It's nonsense.
I don't even care if it is true.
Yeah, I mean, that debate was just not. It was the worst.
Arrogance.
It was the worst.
Arrogance.
He
That's
thought
what arrogance looks like.
Yeah, he thought that he could remember all of those statistics and recite them verbatim, even though, he's 82 and his brain ain't what it used to be. So when he talked,
what it used to be,
when words came out of his mouth, like 2 or 3 talking points came out at the same time. He didn't know what the fuck he was saying because he can't remember things that well because he's 82.
Remember when we beat Medicare?
Yeah. I literally use this sort of like, this is part of my comedy act, is that, like, do you really want these guys to be president because they're old and like their brains don't work? Like, it's not good anymore, man. I can't use that material anymore.
Because it has effects on the rest of us. And ain't nobody on the left like, oh man, I can't wait to agree with fucking Republicans. You put us in this spot.
Yeah.
And now you're holding us hostage here, and you won't let us go, and you won't give us freedom, and you won't let it, like, we vote for who we want, and then you just tell us, no, that's not who you get. Not good enough. Your choice is not good enough. I've decided for you. We don't like that.
It is a series of mistakes by the Democratic Party spanning back at least a decade that created this situation. And they don't want to acknowledge that they fucked up and that they continue to fuck up. And they think that Joe Biden is their like smart special boy and not an 82-year-old man who can't remember his talking points anymore.
Again, what if something happened during the debate and they had to call it off and they needed him?
Yeah. Like,
what was he going to do?
Like the excuse of the Biden campaign right now is that before the debate, Biden was traveling all over and he was super tired and he wasn't feeling great. But he had 8 days between all that and the debate where he was at Camp David for most of it prepping for the debate, and they let him nap. So I don't know what the problem is if he's not just an old man who can't do the job anymore. Not to be ageist, but if that's the situation,
I don't care if people get their feelings hurt by that anymore. If you are an elder statesman or stateswoman, cool. Congrats that you've made it this far. You didn't have this happening to you in your 30s. So kindly remove your opinion from the circle.
Yeah.
And this don't concern you. You don't have to deal with this for the rest of your life like we will. So I get that you guys have opinions and you fucking had your chance to fix this. Now you get to shut up.
They've had multiple chances to not fuck this up. And they just did. They just did. Over and over and over.
Can't blame young people for this one.
Like, they fucked up when they chose fucking Hillary. Mm-hmm. Because they should have realized that she's like the least likable Democrat that was running. And like it didn't have to be Bernie, but he seemed like the popular one. And then they fucked up again when they fucking chose Joe Biden because he's not likable either.
And then
He's not.
the thing is, if he's gonna be a placeholder president, that's fine. 2 years in, you should have been already grooming somebody and getting them ready, so Joe can step down gracefully and do his thing. Everybody gets warmed up to the new ticket. This should have been 2 years out.
Yeah.
What were they doing 2 years out? Nothing.
And Joe fucking Biden should have kept his promise that he was only going to serve one term.
Yep.
That everything would have been fine at that point.
Yep.
It would have been cool. We would have had a primary.
Yep. Let us decide what happens.
Yeah. But no, you're right. It's arrogance. It was arrogance for the
Hubris.
Democratic Party to choose who they wanted instead of, letting people choose. And it was arrogance for Joe Biden thinking that he should do it because he shouldn't have. He hasn't been popular since the first month he was president.
Right. Like, you've been stinking up the joint this whole time. And it's not even like, especially on this fucking network, we don't shoot bail or cover or like smoke screen. We don't do that for fucking anybody. If you do your fucking job, we love you. If you suck at your fucking job, we're going to fucking badmouth the shit out of you. And contact your constituents and find out how they can fucking get your ass out of office. You are not entitled to our future.
Yeah.
It's not yours to fuck up. So, I don't know. But with Citizens United and all this money in politics, like that's the one thing that is in our way. And it's the biggest thing in our way. And it's like, oh, well, let's solve the other issues. But Tim, you're a political science exploit. How the hell do we get rid of this two-party monopoly of capitalism dribble?
Well, I suggested this before. See, you unplug America, wait 10 seconds, and you plug. You can't. The two-party system is like so ingrained. One of the parties would like have to go away, and then a new party would form in its place. But like, we don't have the structure to handle any more than 2.5 parties, and at the national level, it's just impossible because of all the money.
Yeah.
One of the things that the Citizens United ruling really fucked over was third-party candidates because they don't make money from these corporations because nobody cares about them.
Should we say something about Javon Bowman? Speaking of money in elections.
Yeah.
You guys let a fucking a separate country get rid of a black man in New York from Congress, and it's fine? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in New York, but they haven't been great for a couple of... Like, New York has been going through some shit for the past couple of years.
Going through some things.
And it seems like their politics is all fucked up. I think I think whatever Cuomo did really hurt the whole state, and they're trying to recover from it. But like there's no way to fight. The president may not be prosecuted for exercising his core constitutional powers.